So let's talk transition. How do you go from?
People don't even know. John is. He has been in the music industry and on the cutting edge for about 30 years. Yeah. He's been doing things with. Who are some of the people I saw? Al Jarreau, is that right?
Not Al Jarreau, but Kool and the Gang.
Kool and the Gang. I mean, I looked at this list and I was blown away. It could have been anybody.
Kenny G, Bobby Womack, Roger Troutman and Zapp.
Wait a minute, Kenny G. How do you back up Kenny G?
Well, I used to work private security, executive protection at
for G?
Callaway Golf.
Are people threatening the G?
Callaway Golf.
Okay.
Back in '96. And Kenny G was on the board of directors. So Mr. Callaway, every December 7th, he would have a Christmas party. Well, local Mr. Entertainer there, I always had the pleasure of opening for Mr. Kenny G.
Oh, that's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Does he have like a Kenny G mobile, like a Pope mobile, where nobody can get to the hair?
No.
I'm curious.
He's such he was such a normal, I guess you could say, normal fixture at Callaway Golf. All the employees know him.
Kenny G is a golfer.
Yeah, Kenny G is a golfer.
Very good golfer. He had like a 10 handicap.
So you've spent a long time in the music industry.
Right. On tour, preparing for a tour. I've been in band since I was 13. So
you are a very well-respected person in the industry, and obviously people are curious to get your insights and stuff like that, right? And
happy to give it.
And Thomas was mentioning the transition. How do you go from Iraq to the music industry and such? And how did that affect your?
Well, it was
your military career.
It was different. I had been singing ever since I was 7 years old. 1982, I graduated from high school. Went to college on a voice scholarship, small college in South Carolina, good old Newberry College, Indians. We talked about that earlier.
Oh yeah,
we'll transition.
No, you can't do that.
Later.
You can't do that. Is we don't approve of.
But anyway,
don't be racist.
So I graduated.
Don't be so racist.
And South Carolina music industry just doesn't mix unless you want to be a choral director, vocal instructor. Ironically, the stuff that I went to college for. But I've always wanted to get into mainstream commercial music. So my way of doing that was kind of like in and around type of maneuver. One day I was going to go see my college girlfriend who was at another college, Clemson University, which happens to be 2.5 hours away from Newberry.
Right.
So my ride to the college to see her fell through. So lo and behold, here comes Sergeant Beasley at the time, United States Marine Corps recruiter, dressed in his dress blues, and he was talking to a bunch of the students. He said, well, I'll get back with you guys, but I have to go to Clemson to see a couple of my poolies up there. So Clemson, I need a ride. He's going. So for 2.5 hours,
so your girlfriend left you, and you got a ride to Iraq.
No, close.
Did I miss the story? Where did I?
Let me get you there. Okay, so he's in the car, he's driving. So for 2.5 hours, he brainwashed me into joining the Marine Corps.
Dang.
Yeah. So I joined the Marine Corps, came to California, got into bands the whole time I've been out here.
So he's like, hey, what kind of music do you listen to, Marine Corps? We're on our way to Clemson right now, traveling 65 miles per hour, Marine Corps. And
bingo. Absolutely.
I really like your necktie, Marine Corps.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So it was a solid brainwashing. By the time you got off, you're signed up.
Absolutely.
You got the haircut.
Yep.
Was it high and tight?
High and tight.
High and tight.
Yep. The whole 9 yards.
And you're off to Iraq. How long did you serve in Iraq?
Well, in Iraq, that was 9 months. That was like 20-something years.
Yeah.
The college drive to Clemson was 20-something years. I ended up staying in the Marine Corps for 20-something years.
Wow.
While I went on tour, while I did all these openings.
Oh, wow.
9 yards.
So the music career coincided. It's not one and then the other.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
One and then
Give me a quick word to describe. I'm going somewhere with this. Your style, your genre.
My genre of music is Al Jarreau, the late Luther Vandross, Peabo Bryson, Brian McKnight,
Okay.
Real soul singers.
All right, here's the reconcile I need.
Sinatra.
Here's the reconcile I need. Al Jarreau, Marine Corps. Go. How do we fit those two together? Because when I think Marine Corps,
well, when you think Marine Corps, what do you think? You think
Rams,
discipline?
Instantly.
You think discipline.
Instantly Rams,
Oh, yeah.
Ramstein, Metallica.
You think discipline.
Angry.
You think physical fitness. You think
aggression.
Whatever
is really
I
what
set my mind to do in life, period, I'm going to accomplish the goal.
Sure.
And that's the one thing that the music industry today is missing. Transition.
Right.
Transition.
Right. Tell me about
Now, what I do
you
now,
got me.
what I do now as a music industry consultant, music business consultant for independent artists is what we just talked about. They sound great, and all this good stuff, and they want, so when am I going to get signed? When am I going to get a deal? But then you look at them on Facebook, they got 152 fans on Facebook. You say, okay, where's your website? We don't have one, we just use our Facebook page.
Right.
Okay, so what do you do with merchandising? Are you doing any collaborations? Do you have all your songs copyrighted? Well, yeah, we put it on a CD, we put it in an envelope, and we mailed it to ourselves. I kid you not, honestly, that is what most independent artists today do. And they have no concept about how to treat themselves as a business. I mean, something as simple as, you know, the John Ryan and Thomas band. You know,
yeah, right.
A DBA
our band.
At a band.
Oh, us.
The band that we have.
Sorry, I'm like,
he's talking
I'm
about
not
our
familiar
band.
with them.
I'm just saying. Okay, so
are they good? I don't know.
For example, right?
It's called the Fisties.
You go and you do the DBA. You treat yourself as a business. You look at your image. You know, if you're going to be singing country music, you're not going to be wearing a big gold chain with a clock hanging down.
With the presumptions.
You know, you're not going to be doing.
But I mean, that's not to say that there's something wrong with their level of talent. There's very talented people out there that are mailing themselves their CDs as a copyright form.
But they have no.
But they don't know what they're doing.
They have no legal recourse if I were to infringe upon their copyright. If it's not registered with the Library of Congress, they cannot litigate that. They cannot bring a claim.
So they're not devoting every moment of their life. I mean, the way that they could be successful with that talent that they possess, they're just not converting. I mean, it's like a Hail Mary touchdown pass with no catch at the end of it, you know, or
marketing, promotion is everything.
I think the interesting thing to me is Ryan and I have a lot of talented friends, some people who can sing incredibly, especially. And even between there's some that are incredible singers, don't do much with it, other that are incredible singers and are practicing and working at it all the time and writing songs and everything, but you rarely see that kind of artist who also gets that it's a business and it's a matter of promotion. We have one friend who
he needs you.
Well,
he needs you.
I was thinking this other.
He needs you.
He's not even a good singer. This other friend, different friend.
Yeah, don't
can't
do that.
Yeah. Different friend. We do it abstract. Friend A.
Friend A
does sing.
You can't get too much
B,
into that. Okay, what I'm saying though is there are people even that we know that need John. Now that opens us up for the discussion that we're here to have with you, which is, John, tell us about this show.
Tell us
about the show. It opens up a whole avenue for a venue to really get to these kids.
Well, actually, I would love to take credit for that, but I can't. As a matter of fact, Christian is the one that came up with the idea.
It doesn't exist in the world of television.
Nope.
So
pretend you didn't even hear that.
But anyway, so a good friend. How about that?
Good friend of ours.
We got to different.
So friend C, we're having a conversation on the phone, and we're talking about the music industry and some of the fallbacks that some of the independent artists go through. And he came up with the idea to have a reality-based television show where you get, you know, beginning artists all the way up to seasoned artists, but that are very, very talented, but they're just not connecting the dots as far as what do they need to do to have a sustainable career. You know, you may not make it to be big and famous, but that's what we're going to push for. But if music is your life and you want to make money, you want to pay your bills, you want to pay your mortgages and all that other stuff, doing what you love to do, which is music, then watch the show, because what we're going to talk about on the show is about being disciplined. It's about networking, doing collaborations, whatever you have in your mind, as far as your mind's eye of what you want to be as an artist, you have to do what you need to do to that end.
Yeah, right, absolutely.
And that's what the show is going to be.
And I mean, I'm sure that there are a lot of struggles along the way that the normal person might
We're going to make it hard for them.
Well, I'm just saying that they might fall prey to these life speed bumps and be dissuaded or distracted from this goal that they have. And I'm asking this only to illustrate kind of the venue that you have going, this television show. Like, how are you going to present that? I mean, in what's the format for this television show?